Yeah. I'm here to deprive you of your joy. You're back on the regular show.
The regular show. But yeah, we're back and better than ever. I haven't. Oh hey, I haven't watched like. I just haven't been able to watch like any of your stuff. There's just I miss so much stuff at too many games. So I'm like, I'm set for life, I think. So, but in hindsight, I really probably should have watched those. Like prioritized your salmon runs. They're just buried under a bunch of other stream emails.
They'll never be seen.
They will be seen. Oh, my Joy-Cons are weird. Now remember that Nintendo hates it when you use the sticks to look up and down in their video game.
Should have switched to my Joy-Cons actually, because the brush is in rotation. Went back when I was fucking about just playing like Turf War by myself. I was like, I'm gonna test this for sure now. And like I played brush with Pro Controller and brush with Joy-Cons. The speed increase you get from being able to mash on the Joy-Con buttons versus like the Pro Controller, it's fucking nuts. Like we're talking like going from a 900 point like 6 kill round to like 1200 points and 14 kills. Like it's fucking mad how much the speed matters.
Yeah, but you're like spreading lies.
No.
Speaking as if the Joy-Con is better than.
It is. Like it's
just as
so
good
much
as
easier to
the
mash
Pro
it
Controller.
Than the Pro Controllers, because the Pro Controllers is a weird little flap thing and not just a very easily mashable button.
In all scenarios, which it's not.
It is. It's a weird little flap thing. Like,
we only have two.
Like half a trigger, like the PS4 one is, and that's not very easy to mash either.
We only have two areas where the Joy-Cons are better than the Pro Controller. And I'm not convinced about the brush because you just shouldn't even be using that in the first place, let's be real.
I mean, you say that because you suck at it.
Well, you're the one who's apparently breaking your controllers using it, so who's the dumbass? That's right.
I'm winning, aren't I? That's all that matters. That's how professional Smash players play.
Yeah, look. Are you a professional Smash player? Are you Hungry Box? With that Joy-Con?
Shit, that's good enough.
Yeah, I really just wish the Pro Controller was cheaper, so I didn't have to really emphasize on this argument.
I really wish it just, you know, had like decent shoulder buttons.
Well,
it
has
this little flap shit. Like I really hate it. Like I want like just cookie buttons I can beat the shit out of with my fingers.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I'm gonna be using the GameCube controller in Smash. Even though it's more convenient to use the Pro Controller, because you don't have to lug around that stupid fucking adapter. But I mean, I just don't know why Nintendo doesn't go back to using GameCube controller as their main controller if they know that everyone fucking uses it out.
It would be extremely hard for like third parties to port from other console setups, because like while they look different, like the PS4 and 360 controllers or 360 Xbox One controllers are basically the same thing.
Well, then make an adapter for the fucking, or not an adapter. You don't even need to do that.
You know, you compare that to like like the C stick of the GameCube. Like that is not a proper right stick. It's like it's decent. It's like when you design games for it, it works actually really well. But it's not a right stick. And that hurt back in the day. That hurt it when it came to like Xbox and like PS2 ports, and like it still sucks now, basically.
Get rid of that fucking. Oh my god.
I'm dead because apparently like if you touch a bit of green ink, even when you're invisibly out of it, you still just can't move ever.
I can't.
Like, I'm not saying it has to be like as ridiculous as it used to be, but I wish ink resistance actually did like fucking anything in this game.
You don't have ink resistance here.
I know, but I'm talking generally. Because when I tried using my full ink resist boot in Turf War game, it was like, oh yeah, this does like actually nothing.
That's what you get for trying to experiment.
Whereas in Splatoon 1, like it made enough of a difference that leaping like into enemy ink to catch someone at the fringe of their ink was actually viable. And being like rollers and brushes like a lot more viable to use because you could just, if caught, like tank your way out of the ink. You wouldn't be held back that much.
Sounds imbalanced to me.
I mean, you know, it's like the balancing factor is the fact that you were using more or less melee weapons against guns. So, like, if anything, resistance was kind of needed to like balance it back. But yeah, that's enough about me like, bitching about mechanical shit in this game.
Time for me to complain about having the brush. Because I do. Please be the fucking... Nope, it's not Goldie.
Alright. They come for blood.
Now I have to... We're gonna lose. That's all I'm saying here.
I mean, with this dipshit, yeah.
Where are they going?
With these dipshits, I should correct myself.
Well, where are you, incidentally?
I got knocked off trying to shoot.
Okay, do you have the Luna Blaster?
I do, and
God
it shoots
damn it.
so fucking slowly that it's actually useless.
Yeah, we lost because I had the brush there. See, I'm the glue that keeps the team together on those waves with any other weapon. Great.
I guess that's something to talk about because you haven't watched them, but my gimmick for like the Splatfest videos was I just did the weapons testing and used a bunch of weapons I more or less have maligned and disliked because of Salmon Run. And it turns out most of them are actually pretty good to great in Turf War.
I told you, the Bamboozler is great.
No, that's still a trash fire, but like the longer nozzle nose actually a killer. Like,
well, yeah,
it just outright. If you get all 3 shots on someone in that burst, you kill them outright, and it actually is pretty good at inking.
but it inherently sucks.
The Squiffer like is fucking amazing. Like that is the only problem with it is like, you know, it has trouble inking because it's a very short range sniper and, you know, very narrow line of fire. But
Are you just saying that because you managed to get a double kill once?
I mean, I also just generally had like extremely high kill counts entirely while using it. It was just like, it's just really fucking good. You just if someone gets anywhere near you, if you have like decent aim, it's just like, well, you're dead. Ah, you're dead. Ah, you're dead. Just over and over again. It's great. But yeah, like, I got used to the sloshing machine's aiming. I think I'm going to, like, I'll need to try like that new one they're teasing that's like has the explosive at the end when you throw it. Because like this is the regular slosher, like it's decent enough, but like the way you have to shoot it, like it could really stand to either be faster or stronger. Probably like something else to account for like the weird arc you have to do. And both nozzle noses acquitted themselves well. Pretty much the only one I didn't like was the scope E-leader, because I like not being able to like have like full view around you or like what's ahead of you like really hurts. Like hurts a lot.
Yeah, scope beats are terrible.
So
but you have a little extra range.
it really didn't feel like it, honestly.
Well, that's what they say in the Octo expansion. I never knew that before, so...
I knew that, like I heard people say it before, but like it didn't feel like it. Like it felt like it was more or less the same thing, I just couldn't see as much, and it's kinda like, maybe it matters more on like the splatter scope. I don't know. Yeah, it was generally a good time. Oh yeah, I also did the Flingser roller, and turns out the timing on that vertical throw is actually a lot easier than you'd think in Turf War.
All I know is Botanic Sage mains it now, so...
I mean, I can see why. Like You know, like the vertical swing is actually like a killer if you can put like actually like aim it properly, and it's actually not that hard to like find chances to use it. I can expect now you just be shot to shit while you're winding up, but that only happens if you leap out directly in front of someone who has like a gun. For all other times, it's basically just a roller. It does the job.
No,
What I'm saying is like
inherently flawed to make people use this weapon.
What do you mean?
The brush.
I mean, I was about to say that, like, most of the weapons in the game aren't actually suited to Salmon Run in like a future Salmon, like a future...
I'm not talking about how it fares in Salmon Run. I'm talking in general. I really don't want to break my buttons.
I mean, that's what I was about to say before you decided to cut me off and repeat your point.
Fuck!
Is that in future I would want Salmon Run to have its own weapons actually designed for the mode, rather than...
It does!
rather than just have like standard weapons like awkwardly repurposed for a mode they weren't designed for.
I mean, you're mashing this shit in Turf War too.
Well, yeah, but like it's really easy.
Oh god.
So, especially with Joy-Cons. So.
That's an egg.
Nope. There's a snake in front of me, and it just kept twirling around on itself, blocking its weak point. So. Fucking me, I guess. You know, like they really should like have like a set of weapons designed or like tweaked or whatever to actually fight hordes rather than just standard play weapons made against used in a situation they aren't designed for. It's like, well, some weapons get on just fine. You know, like guns and all will tear through hordes just fine, but like. Stuff like the nozzle noses and all that, like, they really don't suit this mode, and it shows.
They kind of do.
They don't, though. Like, especially the long one, it can't shoot fast enough to deal with hordes.
That's enough damage.
It doesn't have the speed, though.
Kills most bosses faster than any other weapon.
And then can't do shit with like the tons of little hordes and then dies regularly. Yeah. Just not listening to the words I'm saying.
I'm just saying it's actually alright here. It's just inherently flawed, so it's actually bad.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's more, it doesn't suit this mode of play.
No, it doesn't suit any mode of play because you have to mash it.
Like, the nozzle nose like easily suits fucking Turf War. Like, it inks extremely well. Both of them kill pretty decently. You don't even have to mash the long one that much because it shoots so slow. You just have to press the button. Just mashing it is just kind of wasting, honestly. Fuck me. What
the fuck?
Oh. So yeah, I watched your thing, so I know your wrap up. Do you have anything else you wanted to say about too many games, or?
Not really.
Was some yeah, so the nozzle noses are okay in this one. I mean, like, they're okay because as Chris says, yeah, they kill bosses, but like they really, like, the small one can deal with hordes, but kind of struggles against some bosses, and then the big one absolutely struggles against hordes because it doesn't shoot fast enough. And that's kind of my problem. It's like, it'd be better if there was just weapons that were designed to just generally deal with this mode. Yeah, there's over the weekend there. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned like Omega Labyrinth Z and how it was like banned here in the UK because it's, you know, too hot for our virgin eyes. And turns out it's not just banned everywhere outside Japan. Just Sony America and Europe said no, you're not allowed to release this on our system, even though it got like official reading board certification in America and like all Europe. So like, they let a small publisher like pay up like for advertising materials and like a dozen notice like ratings board certifications, and like those aren't cheap. And and then they just said, well, after all that was done, they say, actually, you know what? No, you don't get to. So, you know, continuing this weird streak Sony has of being just gigantic cunts lately.
I like how it's become a meme. Because now, like, Fortnite, I guess, is a lot more popular than Rocket League, so more people are noticing Sony not doing crossplay. So now people are making memes like just about like, you know, Nintendo and Microsoft having like their kids playing together, and then Sony parents like, not you, or like Nintendo and Microsoft shaking hands while the Sony's doing the screeching in the corner.
I love that one. But I mean, it's probably also the fact that the Fortnite one is more galling because, as far as I know, at least Rocket League doesn't have like its own account system, right?
No, not really.
Yeah, because like Fortnite does, where like the account you use to play on Switch, you can use to play on Xbox, PC, or mobile. But if you play it on PS4, your entire account is locked only to the PS4 version. Like, you can't take it any other system. You're like locked out of it. Like they've locked it to their system now. Any money you spent on it, you're not allowed to use that shit you bought or paid up for, or use your levels or keep scores or anything. Like that's all tied forever to the PlayStation 4, and you're not allowed.
But Gavin, it's all cosmetics.
I mean, it's also the principle of the thing where it's like, can I play with this, you know, like third-party account on other systems? And the answer is not if you play it on Sony. Like they're like weird, really like tyrannical about it now. And you know, like just between that, like them doing like this outright banning a game from sale, even though it was like certified and allowed to release by ratings boards, and now you know that whole E3 presentation, like they have become such gigantic tits though. Like fairly quickly too. Like they were getting there like a bit when the crossplay thing began flaring up, because like they made some excuses last year that basically implied they think Xbox players are pedophiles and they must protect their own precious players or some shit. And basically shit like that has just been par for the course now, and it's just kind of like, if we keep going on this path, it's kind of like, well, you know, I kind of hope like small Japanese devs and shit to switch to Switch. That way I won't have to fucking bother with Sony's shite next gen, if they want to keep this up.
But Sony has servers, at least.
I mean, they do, but like, I'll take being able to actually get games over like having servers.
So yeah. Biggs. Come on. Luna Blaster.
Yeah. Oh, you brought it up, so I don't have to tell you to wait.
What? Oh, yeah. No, that's not true.
Well, I've told you now.
Speaking of paying Nintendo money, did you hear that news that they're not making any more single player stuff, which is fine, I guess. Kind of a shame, because the Octo expansion was real good, and I like the single player more than the multiplayer. But
are you talking about Splatoon 2 or?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Splatoon 1? Or did I not say the game at all?
No, you didn't say the game at all, so I'm kind of like,
yeah,
I don't think we're gonna get like a Mario Battle Royale next. I don't know.
But they said they're like thinking of doing paid premium content for multiplayer, and I don't know what that means.
Map packs a bit.
No.
I mean, I agree that they shouldn't do it, but I can't think of anything else.
Gross.
I mean, okay, like maybe like outfit packs, but even like whatever.
I mean,
well.
I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. If I can pay to just have the gear I want, then I'd fucking do it. Fuck you, you shitty company. But Yeah.
I mean, I see, like, I kind of see the argument, like, because Sony have, like, far and away the biggest sales lead, that they don't need crossplay, technically speaking, but, like, you know, like, the Switch isn't exactly, like, a distant blip on the horizon anymore, you know? And, like, denying features is only going to make the competition seem more attractive, which, you know, granted, the competition is, like directly Microsoft, who are just circling the drain, but, you know, this is the principle. I don't think Nintendo would do, like, paid guns for this. If they did, that would be really shit.
Paid maps doesn't even make any sense. Like, didn't they learn from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? That was the shittiest thing about that game. Not Deluxe, the first one. That was like the shittiest thing about that game, other than fire hopping.
I mean, in Mario Kart 8, did they do the thing where, like, everyone needed the DLC to play them?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, if you were I think if you were playing with friends, only the host needed it. But for, like, no one ever did that. Everyone, like, all the streamers and stuff, were doing tournaments.
Yeah.
And in tournaments, you need to choose whether to have DLC turned on or off. And if DLC is turned on, then people without DLC just can't play.
That's fucking amazing.
In that tournament.
Like, man, like, not even Activision pulls that shit.
So all
and they're
of,
like the greatest cunts in this industry.
And so, like, all the stream tournaments never had it on, so it was kind of pointless to have, to a degree, if you only participated in those.
I mean, even outside of that, like, it's still, like, a really pointless and shitty thing to do, because, like, that just means most people aren't going to play the DLC. It's like, they're more often, like, it's going to greatly limit the amount of people they can play with.
Yeah, which is why they shouldn't do it at all.
Yeah. But, you know, Nintendo is Nintendo.
I thought they were talking about, like, loot boxes or some shit. Like, you know how the ninja outfit and shit is, like, exclusive to Amiibo or whatever? Like, that would just be behind a loot box or some shit.
I don't know, like, I can't see them trying loot boxes now. I feel like, because, like, Nintendo do genuinely still have a bit of that, we must be moral crusaders for, like, the little children at times. And considering that, you know, like, multiple countries have declared this to be essentially, you know, gambling with this person children
doing. Are you serious? Sorry.
Considering they announced that, you know, that movement's been growing, I can't see Nintendo daring to chance their fucking arm against it.
They also said that loot boxes can be done right, which is probably the most worrying thing they've said in all time.
Fair, that was Reggie saying that. I don't know if that actually applies to what, you know, the people who actually make the decisions have to say. And I do feel, again, given the actual now legal troubles involved in it, I can't see them daring to chance their armor with that. And they'll like to keep themselves at least surface level, like, squeaky clean.
Oh, I love how I can't fucking revive these people because I hate this weapon. Oh! Oh, if there was a game to put loot boxes in, Splatoon 2 would be the best one. That's all I'm saying. Whoa. Probably put weapon skins in there or something.
Weapon skins. See, if it was just like, you know, like, pay like $5 and here's like, I don't know, 10 outfits. You know, sick. Why not? That's fine. But it's never gonna be that, is it? You can't have that anymore.
I mean, people don't even want that in the first place. God,
I know some people don't, but like, if they had to do paid DLC, like, I'll take that easily. Like, I may not even buy it, but I'll accept that being the DLC. That's fine. That's just DLC. You pay, you get the thing, you're good.
This weapon genuinely makes me so mad.
I thought you were gonna bring up on the topic of Nintendo and like Mario Kart and shit, that they're like letting you use like the Labo controller to play Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's small time. No one uses toe controls anyways, and I haven't tried it, and I don't intend to try it, even if they're selling that alone for $10, apparently. In case people want to use it for just Mario Kart. Yeah,
that's kind of like a cyber thing to do, I think.
That was a part of the announcement.
Sell it separately.
Yeah, I really don't want to like spend $10 just to try it, to have an opinion on it when I hate that game. Like, genuinely hate that game, and I'm not gonna play it anyways, you know? So, I don't know, it just seems kind of dumb. Like, this is like this FOV thing they do where it's pulled right up to your character. Like, you can't even see the item your character's dragging behind them. And it's just very uncomfortable and stupid. Especially when the person you're watching is playing as Bowser. Who is big. But you can turn it off. I thought you couldn't. I think that might be the FOV for the thing, the Labo thing. So that's why they made it like that, which is fine, I guess. As long as you can turn it off, I don't give a shit. But it's on by default, so you know, very weird.
Didn't it turn on like the automated driving on by default?
Probably, yeah.
I remember that because like whenever I tried playing it, I was like, hang on, like why is this not responding to the very simple inputs I'm giving it? And I was like, oh wait, it keeps trying to drive itself away from where I want to go.
Yeah, it's inherently a bad thing if you're not 2 years old.
I mean, having it on by default was baffling. It's like it could very easily give someone the impression the game is just fucked if they didn't know that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems worse in general because, I mean, it's not like you have to hold the thing down, right? Like, you can just hold it up in the air and turn it as much as you want. So, it just seems worse. Because you aren't using buttons. You're kind of using the... Well, one, you're using the Joy-Con buttons, so fuck you. Joy-Cons are terrible. And two, just they're in weird places. Like, that's why I never liked the Wii Wheel. I think it's just straight up better to have actual buttons to press, and then you literally only steer by tilting the controller.
I actually prefer the Wii Wheel because like the Wii remote by itself was just like it was so very easy just to fuck it off its axis when turning. That like having the wheel to frame it and limit how much you could like give it something to grind it in so it had like a better sense of where it was. It's really helped.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but that's kind of like really what low battery. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, what I was saying is using the Wii remote as a controller, a sideways Wii remote as a controller at all is terrible.
I agree. Like outside of like fucking WarioWare, I agree.
Well, I mean, no. I mean for Mario Kart. For other games that have it, it's fine. Like Fortune Street, it's great. Super Paper Mario, it's good.
Metroid Other M, it's not.
I thought you used nunchuck for that.
No, Sakamoto vetoed the use of the nunchucks. He says you have to play this 3D game on a D-pad.
Wow, I didn't even know that part.
No, the developers, Team Ninja, they wanted to use the analog stick, and he said he would take them off the project if they didn't do it his way.
I think having it as an extra option, like the sideways one, is fine because the nunchuck is so fucking rare for no reason. But did I do that thing that I hate? I'm sorry, Yuki.
The thing that you did?
Yeah, where they killed something near the basket and then died, and then you know, the person who comes to revive you takes the 3 things. I think I just did that. So whoops.
He's alive.
It just seems, you know, it's a good option, I guess, and people are excited that they're gonna do it more with other games somehow, but
there is that like, you know, chord synthesizer emulator thing. That would be neat to do the piano. That'd be like a good way to like, teach kids like keyboard or proper piano shit.
I'll get blue.
Sure.
The Octoling this way isn't as bad, but it's still not good. Oh, that reaches. Cool. Yeah, it's a probably bad peripheral for a bad game anyway, so you shouldn't care. What the? Oh, whoops, I was not on the ball there. Haha, I got him. Wow. Wow.
Christ, this snake will not leave me alone. So long to get that one egg into this basket. What is that?
The Octoling sound.
So did you ever like get any Mario Tennis done?
Nope. I think well, the thing is, I was busy. I was kind of busy for most of the event, anyway.
As I recall, yeah.
But like at the same time, I heard that the story mode starts immediately when you boot the game, and you have to do a bit of it before anything else.
Probably a tutorial setup shit, right?
And I think it's a bit more than that too. And that kind of made me like, well, kind of want to just like if I was gonna play, I would just boot it up and hop in a game with a CPU. Kind of don't want to do that, so I didn't. People have been giving Mario Tennis Aces some like pretty bad criticisms here.
I keep hearing people going like, "Oh, the story mode is extremely hard," and I wonder how much of that is just people like not playing tennis games and just not knowing what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I heard the story. I mean, I can understand the story mode being shitty because it's probably like I heard it's like only like.
No, like we correct that. Like I haven't heard that it's shitty. I've heard that it's hard.
Well, yeah, I was getting to that. Like number one, that's like really short, like 3 hours. Nice. But like
I tried.
And then like. There's this one mission involving mirrors that it took some people like an hour to do, just out of nowhere. And I'm just like, ooh, really don't like the sound of that.
3 taxes.
Okay. Well, that worked somehow, even though you looked like you completely missed.
I have bomb rush.
Oh, okay, that's what that was.
I was out of ink, so I just hit bomb rush and began slinging until I got someone.
Why the fuck would you die? Why the fuck would you risk dying? God damn it.
It's fine. We're all fine. We're not fine. We're mostly fine.
Wow, hilarious. Okay.
I freaking finally get off this hell bridge.
Yeah, I haven't played tennis. I'm not like dying to play it at the moment, but I want to also like I want to do the story mode just so I can watch other people play it, because I feel like they are doing like the story mode before they do actual multiplayer stuff that I want to watch. It's just so hard to tell. And it's like,
did not specify?
Not really, just Mario Tennis Aces, and I don't know what that means.
Oh, thanks, jackass.
So I'm like, and I don't want to miss like, 2 or 3 streams of story mode and then go to the multiplayer and then never go back because I forgot or some shit. So it's just kind of easier to play the 3-hour story mode on my own first.
So Salmon run streams will never be watched.
So that's why I have so many streams backlogged, especially because everyone started playing it. I mean, I'm like people are, and then there are people who are like they're like really bad lobby options, and like just some confusing things.
Me. Yeah, it's welcome to Nintendo.
Remember how trick shots can be done with the stick or by double tapping X?
Let's claim that I do, yeah.
Well, you can turn trick shots off for the stick, but you can't turn off double tapping X. But
That's
the thing is,
ingenious design.
yeah, the thing is, for most other shots, you tend to like tap those like twice. So
Yeah.
you like to do a power shot. So
Yeah,
you just
want to get the timer right.
yeah, so you just kind of tend to like press the face buttons twice. So even in the demo, people have accidentally been doing trick shots when they haven't meant to because they double tapped X when they would much rather use the stick.
Shots are like the really sick, like your fancy dodge thing.
Yeah, Mario does like a side flip and then
yeah.
it fills meter.
Waluigi does this perverse dance that I never saw. I think I saw only one guy ever land that.
It goes dig 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 dig. Yeah. Apparently, someone I followed ran into a dude who returned every shot with a trick shot. And I'm like, the moment trick shots were revealed, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm glad that it's possible.
That's good. That's the way it should be. Like people here that can have like the balls to pull it off should be allowed to do it.
It'd probably be best to main a speedy character for that. Was that my grenade that just fell on me? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because it seems like everyone's complaining about, you know, it's like it's a Mario Tennis game, right?
Yeah.
The entire game is going to be playing with other people online or on the couch. So the story mode doesn't fucking matter. Sorry to say it. It pretty much doesn't fucking matter. And I know people were getting excited for it. Like, oh, there's a story mode. It has cutscenes. Luigi has the infinity racket.
I remember you were once upon a time vaguely hopeful for it.
Yeah, I was, but you know, now that it's not a thing, now that's not what I wanted, I don't care. Because that's not what the game's for. Game's for stomping noobs online. And I get lobby options being weird. I don't know the specifics, so I don't know how bad it is. But like, I don't think they're like a streamer friendly mode too, which kind of sucks.
I mean, that's a given, because why would Nintendo like streamers?
Well, they did the ARMS thing, and they did the Mario Kart thing. So
What are those?
Mario Kart's like tournament mode, and then ARMS is party mode.
Right. I mean, party mode is just like kind of a general online thing. I don't know if that's specifically streamer friendly.
Well, it's streamer friendly, not like for streamers per se, I guess. But like,
I guess
it definitely works better for streamers to just have a lobby. Like that's all they have to do. Make it so that can you fuck off for a second? Giving me anxiety. I almost made a left turn when I couldn't see oncoming traffic because someone was behind me earlier today. So shut up. But yeah, just like a lobby where a bunch of people join and then it just matches the people in the lobby. That's all anyone ever wants out of these games now, ever since Mario Kart 8.
I mean, that's all Nintendo need to do, and it's not hard, but
the thing is, they already had it with the tournament mode.
Yeah,
just put everyone in.
Just
put everyone in an actual tournament instead of the thing they did for the demo, where it looked like a tournament, but in reality it was a Fire Emblem Heroes arena.
Who's the last egg?
I do.
Oh, you're okay.
I have the snipey, and I'm on the.
I saw the 3 eggs. It's like, yeah, we got it. And then
yeah, we'll see. We'll see about Tennis Aces, since there are probably about a bunch of valid criticisms, but I think people are kind of being melodramatic for a game that like it does the gameplay great, and that's kind of like all it really needs to do great. Everything else is kind of supplementary.
like when I hear like people going like, "Oh, the campaign's extremely hard," and it was kind of part of me wonder like, is like, how much of it is you haven't played like a tennis game in like probably fucking years?
Well, I can imagine the mirror ones is probably hard because like
I mean, like individual levels being hard doesn't mean like the whole campaign is bad and shit or something. It's
yeah,
just
I haven't heard the whole campaign. It's like I heard someone say, like, don't you have to return 300 volleys on the Boo one? But then I heard someone else say, no, that's like for S rank or something. So.
Yeah, it's like the completionist thing for lunatics, which is a completionist thing for lunatics.
Oh, that's what that is, huh? I hate this weapon. I hate this weapon. I hate this weapon.
God bless blasters. I'm going to die.
What? Something pushed the scrapper into me. Now my camera's wedged into it.
It's probably one of the tiny fucking things. They can't do that. It's stupid as fuck. Alright, what's happening? God, that's sniper.
There are 2 of them on grates.
Oh, of course, it like the fucking flying thing killed me with its engine apparently.
Fuck. No. Up, ran out of ink.
You almost destroyed us.
This weapon almost destroyed us. I want you to. I need clarification on that one.
I was right beside you.
I wasn't gonna risk running in there.
You just had to
With
twitch
4 seconds left.
I mean, either way, like I can't get like Mario Tennis for at least a month, so.
You can
I don't even know if
judge.
I'll get it in that time. Okay, the parents, like by that time you'll have judged if you want to keep playing or
Exactly.
not.
That's what I was thinking.
And that will tell me if I should invest or not. Because like, there's, there are many things my first playset must cover. It ball. You hear that fucking bird?
Is that a bird? I thought that was you breathing.
Thanks. I'm glad. No, that's a bird. There's just out back we just have either like magpies or crows, and they just usually magpies. Sometimes it's a big fuck off crow. Or God forbid I'd be able to jump around it.
Oh wow, knockback.
Instead you flying 10 miles there.
Yeah. Somehow that worked.
Steelhead
Shit.
behind.
Yeah, there's the one before. Oh, blow battery. Wow, who would have thought?
Of course, the fucking knockback sounds like 3 squids worth.
Yeah, that's a measurement.
More or less.
That was a pretty good wave.
A bit frantic. Oh yeah, the World Ends with You Switch version is like September 27th in Japan, which means we might see it at the end of this year.
I highly doubt it.
I think there's good odds, because it's already all translated,
Nope.
so like once...
That doesn't matter. You think that would just make it really easy for them? They won't. No.
I mean, Square Enix operate differently from most. For one,
In a good way?
like, yeah?
So that presentation was pretty bad.
I mean, I know, like, people like the stats for the E3 presentations and shit, but, like, their actual game releases tend to be pretty good. As I was about to say, case in point, when The World Ends with You originally released, it hit Europe, like, 2 months before it hit America.
That's not a good thing.
That's a great thing.
It's a terrible thing. What the fuck?
It also hit Australia before America, which was the nuts thing.
I mean, if it hits Australia before the UK, that's fine by me, but...
I mean, that's happened to Yokai Watch. So. That's how I got Yokai Watch too. It's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna import the fucking Australian version. And then, you know, they didn't release Yokai Watch until like the middle of next year.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah, they still kind of pushed it.
They did still kind of push it,
which was
though,
good,
like,
but weird. Yeah.
Heard or already, you know, bought and played it in Australia.
I shouldn't have gone back from England. Oh well.
I look forward to Yokai Watch 3 coming out in like 2019 for America and then 2021 for me.
As long as it comes out. Yeah.
To be honest, I think they might just skip the 4. I think they might just.
I don't know, because I think that 3 kind of eases in the idea of multiple protagonists, and I think all we know from Yokai Watch 4, because of that teaser trailer, is that it's gonna have 3 protagonists instead of 2. It'd be kind of weird, because I think some people just didn't like the multiple protagonists idea, so...
Is there like different protagonists per version in 3, or is it just...
It's like... No, I think it's like in Yokai Watch 3 where you had Keita and then you had Inaho.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like in that you could just pick either or, depending, no matter like wasn't version specific.
Well, it's like you'd like finish chapter 1 of the game as Keita, and then you go to Inaho, I think. But yeah, I think that's how it's gonna be. And it's like I think it's Keita, it's the Shadow Side people, and like the movie. Those 3 kind of universes, I guess.
When you say movie, what do you mean?
There's like a separate movie that's not related to Shadow Side, I think. Or maybe it is, but it's like with different people. I don't entirely know because it's all in Japanese. So... And I haven't really looked into it yet. I think that's the gimmick of Yokai Watch 4. And they can't really skip to Yokai Watch 4 without putting all the all the yokai that came from 3, like, just suddenly all these yokai are gonna exist.
They kinda can. They can just say, yeah, we got actually like 400 new yokai, right?
I mean, it was weird in Wibwob in the first place that they brought, you know, Usopp and a lot of the Yokai Watch 3.
Like, released that outside Japan.
They translated some of the... Well, they canceled it outside of Japan too, so...
Well...
They translated some of the like area names too for that. I'm like, are they working on it internally or not? Who knows? Just Yokai Watch is a very weird series, but 4 being on the Switch means it's streamable and you can get it without region lock, even though you can't read Japanese, so it's kind of pointless maybe, but... Who knows? Hopefully by the time Yokai Watch 3 releases, the Citra emulator is good or something.
The Switch emulator?
Citra. Not gonna need to emulate the Switch, even though you can just pirate. That reminds me, I'm gonna probably be working on the Yokai Watch soundtrack thing. Because I did the Yokai Watch 3 because, you know, no Yokai Watch 3 music was on YouTube.
Yeah.
Outside low quality Japanese stuff. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna do this. And then I think Yokai Watch 2 music is on there normally, but there's no extended versions. So, you know, I bought the soundtrack and let's see. There are 4 discs. The last one's a DVD. So it has 3 things. Disc 1 has 40 things, Disc 2 has 44 things, and Disc 3 has 48 things. For reference, the Yokai Watch 3 soundtrack, that took me forever, and, you know, fucking I worked really hard on it. It was only like 48 songs, I think 54 actually. So this is like 3 times that. But it's both Yokai Watch 1 and Yokai Watch 2 in one kind of soundtrack thing, so... But yeah, there's no Yokai Watch, like, no Yokai Watch 1 and Yokai Watch 2 music, or even, like, extended music on YouTube at all. I was surprised. I'm like, well, someone already did it, but someone requested it in the comments, and I'm like, what? So I looked it up. Nothing. So weird. So I guess I'll take it upon myself to fix that.
You must be the series chronicle.
I mean, I think Ashimo already uploaded all the soundtrack songs normally, so all I would need to do is extend them. But that's the work part. But at least this time I know how the songs loop because I actually played the game, so we at least have that. Although it might still be complicated.
I mean, you still have English names too, and all, so
Yeah, exactly.
you won't need to like spend research time trying to find out where the fuck this belongs to.
I might though, but at least I have the game, so I could just boot it up and be like, "Is it here?" And then I listen to the music. It's like, "Oh yeah." So I'm probably gonna be working on that a lot. I don't know if, I mean, it probably would take a hit. The streams would probably take a hit, but I don't even know if I want to do it even soon.
Chris is dead. Long live Chris.
Let's see, when's the next salmon run? 27 at 8 p.m. So 28, 2 days from now. God damn it, it's always like Thursday. Can we do it on 29? No. So 28 it is.
It makes no difference to me.
At like the same time, just in between dog visits. And speaking of, I should go do that now, so we're gonna leave. But first. Alright, we're good.